Want a bite?
I thought you loved me.
I do. Have 2 bites.
But that has high-fructose corn syrup in it.
So?
You know what they say.
What?
That
it's made from corn? That it has the same calories as sugar? And it's fine in moderation.
But that corn is GMO corn, and the sugar has 5% more fructose. Fructose is the liver-killing, obesity-causing kind. They make it from 90% high fructose, baby.
Why don't you just eat the popsicle, darling? I do. Have 2 bites.
But that has high fructose corn syrup in it. You know what they say.
What?
That
it's made from corn? That it has the same calories as sugar, honey, and that it's fine in moderation?
No, actually I told you, but you never look at anything I show you online. Darling, that's such a romantic gesture.
Stop it.
You brought high fructose corn syrup into our relationship.
That it's made from corn? That it has the same calories as sugar, honey, and that it's fine in moderation?
No, that it's made from GMO corn and that they subsidized corn since the late 70s and 80s and passed it off as a cheap sugar, putting more sugar in everything. Plus, those are made with mercury cell technology in the chlor-alkali plants, so it's not made with just GMO corn. It's also laced with mercury contamination. It's bad for fetuses and brains. I thought you loved me.
I do. Have 2 bites.
I thought it was a genuine love, not an artificial love. Don't you know what those colors are made out of?
What?
Red number 40? It causes hyperactivity disorder. It makes it hard to focus. It's a mild neurotoxin.
But
They've done studies. The Southampton study, I showed you that. It's on the internet. I don't want to eat artificial colors. That's my choice.
But
They can use beet extract. Why don't they do it in more foods? And why don't you ever read labels at the grocery store? You told me you had an 8th grade reading comprehension level. Use it. Was that a lie too?
I do. You can have 2 bites.
Did you even read the ingredients on that popsicle? What am I eating?
Yummy goodness?
Specifically. Can I see the box? But honey, it's got aspartame in it. I don't want to have foggy brain and vision problems. Didn't you read the studies about the grand mal seizures?
But it's been approved by the FDA and it's fine in moderation.
Donald Rumsfeld got it approved. His job is to kill people. He started wars. Well, you know what they say.
What?
That it's worse for the liver than an alcoholic drinking a quart of Jack Daniels a day? That it's in almost every grocery aisle? I thought you said you could read it at least in 8th grade comprehension.
Sorry. Look, okay, they are watching us right now. They're right over there, okay? You just need to eat the popsicle, honey, because it's good for you. The FDA loves us, and there's a train coming.
I want my liver.
Eat the whole thing if you want.
But that has sodium benzoate in it. You know what they say.
What?
Or I guess you don't because it's hardly ever in the papers, but they've known about sodium benzoate since the 90s. It causes a chemical reaction and creates benzene, a known human carcinogen. They know it. Anytime there's heat or it's combined with citric acid.
Do you want a bite?
You told me you loved me. Was that all artificial?
Isn't Red 40 approved by the FDA and fine in moderation?
It comes from coal tar dyes. The precursor that they use to process this is a known human carcinogen. It's killed dozens of people who worked in the factories. You want me to eat, and the kids? Do you even want kids? Do you want kids on drugs? Do you want kids that are so hyperactive they get prescribed drugs? Do you have shares?
Just eat the popsicle, honey. Why don't you have 2 bites?
Is your love as artificial as the aspartame that they put in there? Because I saw that box when you were packing the picnic basket. I don't even know why you have picnics at night, but I don't want to eat aspartame.
This has been generally recognized as safe, and it's been approved, and it's fine in moderation, so just eat it.
I read the study. What? I remember you said your uncle was cousins with the quail family.
You just spit.
Why don't you eat the popsicle?
I was going to, but I was going to let you have a bite first, but obviously you don't want one, so, I mean.
All right, this one goes deep. Did you ever think it's kind of weird that at the same time in the 80s, high-fructose corn syrup came along, all of a sudden in all the sodas, except the diet sodas, then they're laced with aspartame, maybe a little saccharin. I think that's kind of strange, a little bit of a false dialectic, so that whatever you choose, as long as it's a soda, they're all approved. Cane sugar's so expensive because of the artificial restrictions on imports, because of the sanctions on places like Cuba. Don't you even know about DeMoran Oswald's handler from the JFK assassination? His interest in the CIA front sugar companies?
They're gonna come over here. They're gonna hurt us. It's generally recognized as safe. They really do love us. They do. You should just eat the popsicle, I swear. Just eat the popsicle. Want a bite?
I thought you loved me.
I do. Have 2 bites.
But it has high fructose corn. That it's a precursor for diabetes and obesity?
But it's made from corn. I read it's fine in moderation. Why don't you just eat the popsicle already?
And I read on the internet about how they use mercury cell technology in their chlor-alkali plants, making the caustic soda, and use like 17 other chemical ingredients. They're academic studies, honey. Why can't you get cane sugar?
It's fine in moderation.
But they use mercury cell technology. It's contaminated with mercury, probably. So why do you want me to eat that? Can't you find any groceries without sodium benzoate in them? There's only like 9 approved colors. All the others were banned, and these have been shown in studies to cause hyperactivity, ADHD disorder. They probably just want a bunch of kids to eat these so they could sell more pharmaceuticals. I mean, I know you never eat broccoli, so it's like you want to get cancer, but
because the government loves you, and they're over there watching right now. If it wasn't good for...
Who's watching?
Just, you know, no one. I mean, this food is nutritious. We're being treated well here. Everything's great.
It's subsidized so heavily that they're basically, for practical purposes, forcing people to eat junk. Especially the poorer you are, the more junk you're eating, the more likely you're going to be obese. You can never think straight. That's not free market capitalism. That's communism. That's fascism. It's corporatism, baby. Didn't you hear the Mussolini quote? Do you really want him involved in your food supply?
You're so un-American. You should just eat the popsicle, Aaron. Oh my God.
When are you going to turn off the television? Just let me see that. Stop having picnics at night, too.